on Wednesday and is the fierce Brienne of Tarth in Game of Thrones. Now she's got a mysterious role in the new season of Severance. Please welcome back to the show, Gwendoline Christie. You look so chic.
Thank you.
Dare I say Parisian?
Thank you very much. It's actually Italian.
Oh, is it really?
Head to toe Prada.
Oh.
Very, very lucky being taken care of by Mucha and Raf.
Oh, how nice.
Yeah,
I mean, you are really a fashion darling. I mean, from the inside out, but you are really like, I feel like recently you have discovered your fashion model self. You're walking runways, you're going to the Met Gala, the whole thing. You're really like taking advantage of it.
I've been really fortunate.
Yeah.
I've loved fashion since I was about 11, 12 years old.
Yeah.
Because to me, it was the most immediate forms of transformation. And it was about design and discipline and the zenith of beauty in some way. And it was an industry that really embraced me, actually, and gave me a lot of love because I looked very different. And they appreciated that, and they enjoyed that I was unusual and unconventional.
And also, you know how to feature clothing. You know how to bring... Like, you don't just wear the look, you incorporate it into the fiber of who you are.
Well, I find it very inspiring.
And you smell very good.
Always.
Thank you so much.
Yes,
Thank you. That's
really nice.
Very nice.
Welcome back to New York. You love New York, yeah?
I adore New York.
Do you mind the cold while you're here?
I love the cold, actually.
Really?
Yeah, because I'm like a newt. I thrive in cold, damp conditions. I'm very British.
Yes,
I really love the cold. I'm at home. Don't show me heat. We don't have air conditioning, anything like that. So the cold is where I'm functioning best.
What do you like? Yeah, what do you like to do while you're here? What's your thing?
Oh, I really, you know, I was just walking around the streets last night, enjoying what a melting pot this city is, of so many different cultures and so many different interests and industries, and it's a kind of organized chaos.
It is.
And its energy is vital. I feel so invigorated here. I love it.
And can you walk around the streets? I would think you would get noticed everywhere you go.
Well, I think, yes, I do get noticed, but there's no toning this down.
Right.
So you've got to tone it up.
Right.
And so you move into intimidating. Often there's a hat.
Yeah, good.
And people are like, oh, the hat. I can't go near the hat.
No,
don't you think the New Yorkers have so much other stuff going on, they can appreciate you? They don't care.
They don't care. But what is so lovely always about coming to America is the warmth here from people.
Yeah.
And the love that is still generating from the amazing things I've been in, but especially from Game of Thrones.
Of course.
People still feel that huge love for that show. But I really love coming here. America is a place that has given me so many opportunities.
Yeah.
And an incredible artistic life that I always dreamt of.
Oh, that's
truly
nice. You always, in every role, you sort of disappear into the roles. You look very different. You have very different appearance. How much time and energy do you coordinate with the directors and the costume designers and all of that when you go into a role? What's your input?
I spend loads of time. loads and loads.
Like in Wednesday, you had like this very... Dare I say, Hitchcockian appearance.
Well, that was a deliberate move. When I was growing up, I loved watching Hitchcock films. That was an amazing form of escape for me, and I saw these brilliant female characters who were not just incredibly beautiful, but had this, they were an enigma, they were mysterious, but what I wanted was to play a version of that, but had agency. So a woman that was making decisions, who was strategic, who was manipulating the truth, a woman who was truly in control, but had all of that as well. And I've been thinking about that for a long time, and this part came along, and it seemed to fit and work. So we worked for a long time with the amazing costume designer Colleen Atwood, who I wanted to work with my entire life.
She is a legend.
Yes, isn't
Really,
she?
yeah.
And she is spectacularly talented, the most incredible imagination and range of references, but also equal to that, she makes you feel beautiful and celebrated.
Yeah.
And she recognizes your strengths and she plays to that. And all of the experience she has through her life, she brings every moment to every look. And it's a conversation about the character for me, always. It's always a much deeper dialogue to engage the audience and to give them even more story.
That's great. We're going to take a little break. When we come back, we'll be talking about joining the cast of Severance. Stick around.
Still ahead on Live. Tips for tackling holiday debt as we continue How to Thrive in 25.
We are back with Gwendoline Christie, star of the second season of Severance. We've been waiting a long time for this.
Yes.
What can you tell
It's so
us?
secretive, this show.
Who do you play?
I can tell you nothing.
Thank you.
But
I knew you were going to say.
what I can tell you is that I think this show is the freshest, most original, brilliant and enigmatic show on television that I've seen for a long time. And it is genuinely such a passion project of mine to be a part of it. It's what I really, really wanted to do. I loved Ben Stiller, who created the show. He directed this amazing series called Escape at Dannemora.
We've watched it
Isn't
2 or
it
3 times.
amazing?
He's
so
He's a
good.
genius.
It's so good, and there's moments of direction that just take you into
That
a
shot that
different.
goes around.
It's spectacular, but also very abstract and dreamlike, and the performances are so good. They're so beautiful. So you know that the actors are working really well with the director. He's a great director.
Yeah.
So I was.
Did you know him?
I didn't know him, but I was at the Emmys because I was very fortunate in that I was nominated for an Emmy, and I was there with my boyfriend Giles, and I said, let's take a picture. We took a picture, and I looked at it and I said, there's Ben Stiller in the corner. And then I said to my boyfriend, he's in
the corner.
And then I said to my boyfriend, I said, he's looking directly at the camera. And then I said, oh my God, what if he thinks I'm being weird? And I'm taking a photograph of him. And then I got a tap on the shoulder, and it was Ben Stiller saying that he liked my performance in Game of Thrones.
Oh my gosh.
Which is wild.
Right.
Then after that, we met. And he told me about the show he was doing, Severance. Cut to 2022. I'm having a dark night of the soul.
Yeah.
I'm tossing and turning. I'm in an uncomfortable bed. It's not my own. I'm saying, why am I doing this? You know, I want to be in shows like Severance. I want to be creatively fulfilled. I want to be in Severance. They would never have me in Severance. Very bitter. Finally get to sleep. Wake up the next morning, and there is an email from Ben Stiller's producing partner asking me if I'd like to be in Severance. And that is true. And that is actually true.
You have
It's true. And it's an amazing thing. And
I'm dying to know who you play and what she does.
And aren't you just building castles of fantasy in your mind thinking about it? And it's worth the wait!
The new season of Severance premieres Friday on Apple TV+. Next, how to tackle your debt. Stick around.